Hey everybody, welcome to a new episode of POVincent, and as the title suggests, not doing a movie review this time. I'm talking about working at a movie theater and dealing with bad customers. Why am I talking about that? Well, for 7.5 years, give or take a month, I was an employee at a movie theater, and it can be a lot of fun, Get to see free movies, all the popcorn you want, has its benefits. And as with any customer service job, you got days where you see those repeat customers where you're always happy to see them, they're always nice, they're always happy to see you. But at the same time, you've got those customers that just make the shift seem longer or nastier than it needs to be. So I want to go over some of the annoying, nasty, horrible, frustrating things that customers do when they come to the movie theater. Just want to say a few things before we get to the list. First off, everybody's entitled to good customer service. I'm not denying anyone that, but this is not about the people who come in, they're cool and chill, all right? These are about the people who don't want you to go above and beyond for them. They want you to go above and beyond reason and just want the whole world to grovel to their feet. If you know the kind of customers I'm talking about. Secondly, I only ever worked at one movie theater, so I'm just speaking from the experience of that theater. I'm sure a lot of stuff I'm going to talk about is going to cross over because I've heard other people who worked at movie theaters before talk about it. But I'm just speaking from my own personal experience, all right? Lastly, I might get a little heated during the course of this video, so you're going to have to forgive me in certain spots. I'll try to stay calm and professional, but nonetheless, here we go. Number 5. Please deal with your kids. I am not a parent. I have no kids. I do have friends who are parents, and I have the basic understanding. A child can be a beautiful, wonderful, miraculous thing. Just as much as they can be little hell spawns, alright? And I understand, you guys want to go to a theater, you want to see a movie, but you take your kids and they're crying and they're screaming. Maybe they're sad, upset, or scared of what's going on at the screen, and it's hard to control them. I get that. But when the usher comes in to talk to you and asks you, sir, ma'am, I'm sorry, but your child's being too noisy and we need to ask you to calm them down. And, please don't get in their faces. Please don't get mean with them. They're just doing their job. And you know what? They're not wrong, all right? You have to deal with the kid. I know it gets annoying, but, there's 100 other people in that theater with you. And just like you, they all paid for their tickets. And they have a right to have a good, entertaining time when they're in that theater. If you can't calm your kid down, take them outside the theater until they do calm down. Don't yell and scream at the usher. Tell them, don't tell me how to be a parent. They're not telling you how to be a parent. They're just asking you to be one and be respectful to the other people in the theater. So don't freak out on the employees. Please, all right? And you know what? If you are missing your movie because of your kid, ask to see if the manager can give you a refund pass so you can come back another time and finish watching the movie. I bet you they will. Hell, if you're coming back, that means you're buying more concession items. It means they're making more money off of you. Seriously, I know. Kids, they're tough. They're crazy. But guys, lock it down. Number 4. I can't let your teenager into the rated R movie. Hey, we were all there. We're all teenagers. Maybe some of you watching are teenagers. And for those of you who are parents, once again, don't yell at the employees when they say, I'm sorry, I can't sell your kid the ticket to the rated R movie, all right? There's a reason why those rules are in place, okay? And no, sometimes at some theaters, hey, you can call in over the phone and be like, yeah, this is my kid. You can let them see the movie. They have my permission. Some theaters are like that. Other theaters are not. Some theaters you have to be there in person to say it to the box office person. Or some theaters like, no, I'm sorry, but if they want to see this film, they need a parent or guardian with them to watch it, all right? Those rules are in place for a good reason. Some people aren't ready to see that kind of movie. And also, once again, as someone who worked at a theater, I cannot tell you how many times I've thrown teenagers out of the theater because they were talking, them and their friends were coming in and out of the theater 5 times because they don't really care about the movie. They're there to hang out, so they're coming in and out, back to the concession, back to the bathroom, back, and people are complaining about them. They're talking too loud. They're in this, they're that. They're throwing their food, okay? I'm sorry, but some teenagers, yes, are ready to be on their own, and some are not. I think it has more to do with our group mentality. With your friends, you get a little more hyped up and whatnot. But, all right? Number 3, no outside food. Okay, I'll be the first to admit, Movie theater concession food, it ain't gourmet. And yes, it is overpriced. And we're going to get into these factors. I understand you want to bring in like a hamburger or a hot dog or maybe some Taco Bell, whatever you want. But guys, we have food at the theater. We want you to buy our food because it's part of the business. And yes, the prices are very high for a small bag of popcorn. I don't like charging somebody $5 for a small bag, but we have to. Why? Because 75% of that ticket money, on average, goes straight to the movie studio. So if you bought a movie ticket for 10 bucks, $7.50 of that ticket would go straight to the movie studio, which means the theater only gets to keep about $2.50. That's not a lot of money. That's why the concession food costs so much, because that's where the theaters actually make their money. That's where most of their profit comes from, all right? I know that may not help your pocketbook, but at least with that information, maybe you can be a little more understanding so you're not screaming at somebody because you know you bought like a hot dog and popcorn and a large drink and it's $85. Secondly, there are health codes, okay? You can't just bring food into a place that sells food, all right? Every movie theater has this rule about bringing in outside food, all right? You wouldn't bring a bag of Cheetos into, I don't know, Olive Garden, right? No, you wouldn't, because it's not proper, it's not allowed. You know that. It's no different at a movie theater, okay? I know concession stands are kind of thought of differently, but they are basically mini restaurants. They kind of are. So let it go, all right? Don't sneak the food in. And if you do sneak the food in, well, I'll get into that in the next one. Number 2, clean up after yourself. If you're going to sneak the food in, throw it out yourself. And any food you do buy at the theater, please throw it out. Working as an usher, I tell you, I can't believe the way people would trash the theater. Just cups and bags and trays and outside food burger wrappers and Taco Bell and candy and oh my, it's like, why are you guys being such pigs? And I know what the mentality on some of this is, especially because I've heard people say this to, like, especially their kids, like, oh, you can just leave it there, honey. They're going to pick it up for us. That's what their job is. And you know what? You're half right. It is our job to clean the theater after every showing. But you think the ushers are there so you can be a slob. Wrong. The ushers are there because people act like slobs, not so you can be a slob, okay? Clean up after yourselves. I mean, seriously, in all these theaters, the trash can is at the door on your way out. And after you've eaten up all your popcorn and drank all your soda and eaten all your nachos and your box of candy, they're all empty. They're lighter. It's a lot easier now to take that trash and take it to the trash can. Stop being pigs, people. Seriously, I've had coworkers who were like that. They would just leave their trash all over the place. And then after working, oh yeah, they were singing a different tune. Dishonorable mentions. Please stop yelling at theaters because they're not showing Christian films enough. Some theaters do, some theaters don't. Reason why? Well, blame the studio that makes a Christian film. They don't promote those movies to the general public. They promote those movies to their audience, their niche Christian, typically conservative audience, all right? I remember like a year and a half ago, seriously, I'm not joking, for a month, at least 20 times a day, we would get phone calls asking, y'all got War Room? Do you guys have the movie called War Room? Excuse me, but do you have the film War Room? People who think that their ticket allows them multiple shows? Either you really think that or you're trying to scam me. I'm leaning a hell of a lot harder on scamming. Stop it. No one falls for that crap. No one does. Complaining that the prices go up. What business doesn't raise its prices after a while? Stop being a baby. Yes, you do have to pay for your 4-year-old. I'm sorry that you find that weird, but unless it's a baby, yeah, you gotta pay for that ticket. They're gonna watch the movie, so they're gonna pay for the ticket. Oh, they're not even gonna watch the movie. Then why did you bring the kid to the movie? You couldn't find a babysitter? Fine, but then why would you drag your kid to a movie they're not gonna watch or be bored at for 2 hours, and you're probably gonna have to be like entertaining them for half of the movie? I don't want the 3D showing. Can I buy a 2D ticket for the same showing and just not have the glasses? No. It's not about the glasses. A lot of people buy tickets for 3D movies and they try to get the discount, or like they hold on to their 3D glasses from last time thinking, oh, now I don't have to pay the few extra bucks. It's not about the glasses. Those glasses cost like maybe 10 cents each. Probably more near 5 cents each. It's not about the glasses. It just costs the theater more to do 3D. Can you please throw this trash away from me? There's a trash can right over there. That's just so annoying when customers ask you, like when you're at the counter and they're here, can you throw my trash away? Meanwhile, if they look to the left or the right, they're going to see that trash can 10 feet away from them, all right? What's that one movie? What actor's in it? I don't know. What genre is it? I don't know. Director? Name of the character? Something. Give me something here. These. Oh God. I mean, can I get extra butter? 10 minutes later, I got butter all over my shirt. You're paying for my dry cleaning. Yeah. I couldn't get the straws out of the straw dispenser, so I opened up the top and grabbed one. Well, thank you. Now, according to the health board, I have to assume that you've been scratching your ass crack all day, so now I gotta throw out all the remaining straws, clean out the dispenser. Thank you for wasting my time. The perennial complainer. This is the kind of customer that's been coming there for years, and every time they come, they do nothing but complain about this, and that, and this thing over here, and that thing over there. We have tried to accommodate you every which way we can think of, alright? You're just here to be a bully, alright? Go to another theater. Don't bother coming back. Pulling money out of your sweaty cleavage or sock. Stop that. That is nasty. I do not want your sweaty $20 bill. Calling from inside the theater. This actually happened to me multiple times where somebody is inside this movie watching it. There's another customer doing something that is wrong, that's annoying or distracting, and they get on their phone and call from inside the theater. Dude, you're not supposed to be on your phone in the theater, okay? Not even to complain about somebody else. Walk out and come tell us, okay? Because now you're being distracting to somebody above you. Please don't get kinky in the theaters. Please. Please don't. Alright? Nobody wants to see that. And I don't want to clean up after it. It's just... And finally, number 1. Please sit down. Please be quiet and courteous, and stay off your phone. This has become a huge problem more and more over the years. I mean, we've always had people talking in the theaters, being loud, or having full-blown conversations, and things have just gotten worse because of cell phones, you know, and it just gets, I can't tell you how many people I've told to get off their phones in the 7.5 years I worked at that theater. I've walked up to people, this woman looked me straight in the face like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm not even exaggerating. That's exactly how she said it to me. I had this one other guy, must have been like 16 or something. He was on his phone. I told him, like, excuse me, sir, you need to put your phone away while the movie's going on. Didn't even look up at me. He was just on his phone. He was like, yeah, skedaddle. And now that may sound silly, I chose the word skedaddle, but he said it with just such insult in his voice that I damn near threw him out right then and there. But I went to go get my manager. Anyway, you guys, come on now. Everyone's trying to enjoy the movie. This is just along the same lines of kids screaming or whatever. You're being annoying. You're being rude. You're being disrespectful. You're just being a distraction. Get off your phone for a couple hours. You don't need to be on your Twitter. You don't need to be Snapchatting the film. I've seen people do that. Snapchatting the film? Are you crazy? You can get in trouble for that. That's illegal. You can't take pictures of the film in progress. It's called bootlegging. I mean, holy crap. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. You're being so mean and rude to everyone else there. They all paid their money, all right? They all want to go out, have a good time tonight, need a little distraction, maybe see their favorite actor, favorite director, another action movie. They're action movie fans or they're horror movie fans or whatever. And you guys got to stop, all right? I know this video isn't going to stop anyone, but seriously, if you were at home watching TV and your friend was over and your friend was constantly in your face talking, you're trying to like watch your show, and you're like, dude, okay, yeah, whatever, come on, let's just watch them. You tell them to stop after a while, right? So just don't do that in the theater, all right? You're in a movie theater with other people. It's dark. It's supposed to be quiet. You're not in your living room. Stop acting like you're in your living room, all right? Stop. Well, anyway, guys, that's my little rant on being a movie theater employee and dealing with bad customers. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave me a like. Let me know what you're thinking down in the comments. Do you understand where I'm coming from? This is giving you something to think about next time you go to the movie theater. Are you a movie theater employee yourself or former movie theater employee? I'd like to hear a story that you've got to tell. Please, right there, down in those comments, let me know. And if you really enjoyed this video, click subscribe. But until next time, I'd like to thank you for seeing things through my perspective.